Seattle Sounders 0, Houston Dynamo 0. The good news, the Seattle Sounders get a shutout. Bad news, the Sounders are unable to get a goal past Houston, who was actually were playing with their second string keeper who came in. Now, it's frustrating. There's just no doubt about it. The Sounders' inability to create in the final third, 18-yard on, is something that the team, Brian Smetzer, is trying to work on, and they just aren't able to kind of get this team in sync. Let's hear from Brian Smetzer.
Brian, I don't know how to ask this, but there's just, like you're saying, there's just a lack of creativity up from the 18 yards in. How do you fix that and get multiple runners? Because it seemed like once in a while you'd have a player in there, but there wasn't a secondary player running off.
And we couldn't even get the ball from a prime assist zone, the areas that we try and get to. We couldn't even manufacture those starting points for our attack. So yes, it's numbers in the box. It's also making sure we get the balls into the right spot so the attacking movements can be good. Georgie gets stuck because Georgie's being found out now in the league. Every time he gets the ball, there's three guys on him. And so then he draws those three guys, he drops the ball back to Alex or Christian or someone, ball's got to be swung in. But to your point, who's inside the box if we're crossing balls from, top of the box, and, we got to make sure we fine tune those things. But then again, it's just a little bit more of that, life or death. It's life or death in the penalty box. I mean, we have to get in there. It's a non-negotiable. If we see Georgie or if we see Paul going, I need three guys in the box.
It's, you guys had chances in there, but can you just talk about, how close you all came and just how frustrating it is not to get the win?
Yeah, I think it's a frustrating result because, we're at home. We try to impose ourselves in the game. We try to, control the game. I think we had a couple chances in the first half, and that maybe we could have been a little bit more clinical in, but I think, we need to do a better job of being more, creative in the attacking third and trying to, also impose in that sense of being more dangerous and more clear in what we were trying to do attacking wise. But I think it's a game where we have to learn. We have to take the positives, but also a lot of the things we could have done better in to continue to improve.
It's not about you, but obviously talk about the pairing. You've talked about it, you and João Paulo, and just what was working on the defensive end, obviously, and then a couple of the chances you created.
Yeah, I think, defensively we were trying to, be a little bit more aggressive because we knew that Houston wanted to play out. They were a very technical team in terms of the players they had, not that much athletic, but they were very smart in terms of finding the spaces, especially with Ponce and Nico. We also knew what he was going to bring to the game. So I think being more aggressive in the press, but also, trying to help Jackson out, especially when they were trying to find long balls and didn't want to play on the goal case. But I think that kind of worked defensively in the first half and then second half too. So I think we just got to keep improving in that.
So there you go. I mean, as usual, Smetzer is going to say, hey, you know what? It's my job to put the players in the right position, and the players then obviously have to perform. I would say that, they're building from the back. That is well. Danny Laver started today along João Paulo, which was good. So Christian Roldan was out on the wing there. Their build-up is good. Once they get to that 18-yard line, in soccer, basic 101, if you will, you have to have multiple players. That means one player goes through, creates the space, you get another player that follows behind him because he's watching how the defense reacts. Well, right now, the Sounders aren't getting players inside the box because, I don't know what it is. I mean, I think part of it is just, actually, I take that back. The issue here is nobody is taking that first step. They need some courageousness in there for the players to make that run. That is what's missing. You got to have somebody go in there, drag the defenders, somebody else follow. So I would say what the Sounders are lacking in the final third there is some initiative, some do or die to be able to create that space. From Lumen Field in Masvida Marahira for the CascadesSports.net.